supporting local football and saving water.
That's my water!
Hello and welcome to ICTV's telecast of the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Finals Footy Series. These telecasts proudly brought to you by the Power and Water Corporation and also supported by Central Australian Aboriginal Congress, the Indigenous Eye Health Unit focusing on trachoma, and the First Nations Foundation who sponsor our live action replays. We also thank AFLNT, TIO, the CAFL and the Alice Springs Town Council who look after this magnificent venue, Traeger Park, the centre of Australian football. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, Joe Clark. Joe, big day today, preliminary final day. It's the end of the season for the teams that lose, but a grand final berth up for grabs for the winners.
Yeah, Stan, good day to all the viewers out there. It's great to be here again. Yet another year, another preliminary final, and again, correct, Stan, you're correct. Quite simple. You lose, there's no next week. You win, you get the chance at the last dance in the grand final. So it's quite simple today. It's the fate is in two teams' hands out there today. Obviously, Plenty Iowa take on Mount Allan. We've already had a game run and one, Stan. We have.
Titchikala have won their way into the Division 2 grand final next week, defeating Arionga 10-9, 69 to 4-10, 34, a 35-point win there to Titchikala. They'll be up against the winner of this game between Plenty Highway and Mount Allan. And prior to that, an under-18 preliminary final too, and a chance for a first premiership for Plenty Highway in any form. They're into the under-18 grand final. They defeated Papunya 6-12-48. Papunya last year's premiers at under-18 level, 6-3-39, 9-point thriller. And Plenty Highway meet Ginger Porter in the under-18 grand final next week.
Yeah, two good games to get the preliminary final underway, Stan. But congratulations must go out to both Arionga and Papunya for making their respective preliminary finals. Again, no next week. The Stafford's back, an interesting one for me in for Mount Allan.
Makes a big difference. One of the premier goal kickers or centre forwards and potentially even ruckman in Central Australia over the last decade. Plenty of NTFL footy experience under his belt as well. He will make a difference. Look, the last time these two met was way back in round 3. Plenty Highway comfortable winners, 14-12-96 to Mount Allan 5-9-39. A margin of 57 points. You'd suspect Mount Allan in a little bit better form now. They come into this after defeating Titchikala in the qualifying final last week by 17 points. Their reward is to come up against a former Div 1 club, while Titchikala got the game against Arionga coming out of the elimination final. Tough ask for Mount Allan, but anything can happen in finals footy.
Oh, that's correct, Stan. There's only two teams out there now, and only one can go on to a winning preliminary final. There's no doubt about that. Young Leon Thompson from Plenty Iowa, he's in the ruck. He's up against, I'm not quite sure who that...
Wendell Patterson.
That's him, the Wendell the Wizard. He's going to go up against Leon Thompson.
Just bear with us too. Probably be doing a fair bit of looking at the screen, I think, to get the Plenty Highway numbers. They're certainly hard to see from a distance.
Yeah, Plenty Highway going to the southern end. Ball's tossed up. Leon Thompson, he can't get a win on it, but this bloke in the centre, Ross gives it on to the magical Marcus McDonald. He gets it forward for the first time for Plenty Highway. It's knocked back in the on the left foot. That was kicked around the corner, and that was Troyden Fishhook it was. Not quite sure he's taken it up there for the Plenty Highway team.
Is that Clem
Stuart
Abbott?
Stuart Sharber, I think it is. His first game back after a broken hand. He's weighing up the option. Sorry, it was Clem Abbott. You're correct, Stan Coombe. Does not register anything. Stan out of bounds on the full.
No score. Mount Allan to bring the ball back into play. In the back pocket. Short little pass up the corridor. Taken by Liam Long, the speedster. And he has a dash straight away. One bounce. Gets out to the defensive 50, now goes long. It's a penetrating kick up towards the wing. Found a teammate too. Chest mark was taken. And now Mount Allan can go inside their attacking 50. Stafford waiting at the back. His teammate got hands on it before it arrived. Stafford then lays the tackle and he's going to get a free kick. Holding the ball to decision. And the big fella, even though the 50-metre line's right in front of him, Joe, we know if he gets onto one, he can make this distance easily.
This will really test his sore hamstring, Stan. He doesn't even want to test him. He passes off, goes short, and a nice pass.
Might be Jonas Turner. A little bit of guesswork at the moment. Just working off an incomplete team sheet at the moment. Jonas Turner wore the 23 last week. So the main scoreboard at the grounds registered a point for Plenty Highway, but that was no score, wasn't it?
None at all. This is going to register a point.
That one's definitely a point to Mount Allan. We think that's the first score of the game. If you're looking at the main scoreboard at the ground, though, probably wouldn't get that right. Sean Bloomfield took the mark from the kick in for Plenty Highway. Comes grandstand side, looking for Lazarus Ryder. And he's taking the mark on the half-back flank. Nice looking pass up to the wing, but it went through the fingertips. Ronson Campbell there for Mount Allan, and he slipped it away to a running teammate. Will now deliver inside 50. It's a bit of a floater. Stafford had the front position taken away from him. Josiah Cook, I'm not sure if that's Josiah Cook that had the shot at goal, but it's through for one behind.
Yeah, they're peppering Stan. They're putting a bit of pressure on their forwards. Oh, big kick out of there, Preston Bloomfield. He goes long outside the defensive forward 50. Goes over the tree of knowledge direction. Two under one. Plenty. Kept it in. No, the umpire says that's out, fellas. Give it here. I'm going to boundary throw in 80 metres out for the attacking goal of Mount Allan, Stan, right in front of the tree of knowledge. We mentioned off air, Stan, the crowd is building. It's just as big as last week, and and 4 less communities.
Yeah, 10 communities represented last week on the first week of finals. Only 6 remaining today, but the crowd looks to be just as big. I reckon anyone that came last week still wanted to be here. Leon Thompson won the ruck contest. Clem Abbott was tackled, and the umpires deemed that incorrect disposal while holding the ball. And the free kick goes to Mount Allan. They deliver inside 50 with a long one. Looking for Stafford again. This time 2 to beat. Positioned himself well. The big fella can shoot for goal from just inside 50.
Yeah, he just needs to go back and slot this one, Stan. They've had all the play so far, Mount Allan.
Sometimes I think he's a bit unselfish. That pass he did before when I said he could make the distance. Gee, I've seen him roost goals here from 60, 65 out. Sometimes he's a little bit unselfish.
Such a team player, our man Stafford. He just chips at that one.
Just missed.
Just gone through.
Well, I tell you, Plenty Highway would have come into this as favourites, but right now, I know we're only 4 minutes in, but Mount Allan are absolutely peppering the goals. They've got 3 behinds on the board. Sean Bloomfield takes another mark from the kick-in. That's the second time that's happened.
Waylon Doolan, he takes an uncontested mark in front of Josiah Cook. Where's Waylon Doolan's next link in the chain for Plenty Highway? He's playing on a half-back flank. He goes true centre-half forward position. He goes looking for Leon Thompson. Thompson can't take the mark. At the back, it's the magical Marcus McDonald. He can't get his hands on it. Oh, it's Captain Neil does. Well done there by Plenty Highway. They knock it forward. Can't get their hands on the football. There's just a bit of fumbling there. Plenty still tackled without the football. The umpire says, play on, guys. Oh, good work out of defence there by Mount Allan.
Get out to centre-half back. Rodson Campbell, Mark played on, had a bounce after he'd only run about 2 metres. Then forced to quit quickly as the pressure came. Mark taken by Willie Briscoe. He goes just forward of the wing. Mark was spilt there. Kenrick Martin still after the footy. He's been out-positioned though by Elias Brown. That's what I've got on my team sheet. The kick back in towards the middle. Working hard, Kelvin Ross. Still after it, now bumped off the footy. Plenty of players around this, hard to get a possession. Quick kick there by Luke Madrill, gets it moving forward. Plenty Highway's way. Just inside the attacking 50. Cassium Jones working hard back there for Mount Allan. Footy now back inside the centre square, and the whistle's gone after the kick away.
It's going to be brought back, Stan. I thought they might have been brought downfield, but no, brought back.
So free kick to Mount Allan at centre half back, still no goals.
Now that was Willie Briscoe. Willie Briscoe goes out Gap Road wing. Uncontested mark there by Mount Allan. That
Maybe
was
Kieran Campbell.
Kieran Campbell, he goes long inside Stafford. He takes a mark, 45. That's that unselfishness, Stan. He's looking for a pass off already.
Yeah, he can kick this distance easily.
Oh, for sure. His accuracy.
He doesn't even have to give this one full beans, I don't reckon. So 1 point on the board to Stafford. It's his 3rd possession already. 7 minutes gone in the opening term. Kick on its way. He's got the distance all right. This time he's got the accuracy. Daniel Stafford kicks the first goal for Mount Allan. They're looking pretty good early on.
Oh, for sure, Stan.
139, Plenty Highway yet to score on the Power and Water scoreboard.
I think Plenty High've only had it inside their forward 50 once, Stan, and it just repelled straight back out. So, you know, they're really on top of the ground at the moment.
And we're in business with the team sheets now. Big thank you to Jono and Rita, doing some hard work in the background. Got the First Nations Foundation live action replay there. First goal of the game.
Ball's back in the middle. It's Wendell Patterson. He's up against Leon Thompson. Thompson wins it down, goes in Plenty High direction, but it's cleared out of there by good work there by Mount Allan. They're in numbers. Over to Tree of Knowledge direction. They come back inside looking forward, going for Marcus Briscoe. Briscoe can't win it. Oh, this bloke, Kenny, just runs it out of defence there, and Waylon Doolan. He goes over all on his own there on the Gap Road wing.
Ross.
Kelvin,
Yep.
Inside forward 50, Kelvin. Clem Abbott takes an... Is that Clem Abbott? No, that's Dixon.
Richard.
Yep.
Winky.
Right on the boundary. Winky, what's he going to do with this?
This is first real look at goals for Plenty Highway.
Oh, Grant Butler says that's out of bounds on the full, so no score at all, Stan.
Well, perhaps they had to go in maybe the opening 30 seconds and same result.
Yeah, out on the full. That's
No score.
two out of bounds on the full.
Mount Allan will bring it back into play. We're over on the Gap Road side of the ground. Long clearing kick. Gee, clever effort. Marking contest there for Plenty Highway. I think it was Elias Brown. The ball goes inside the attacking 50. Off hands after the marking contest. Here's a snap in towards goal. Offline. Through for one behind, I think it was Kelvin Ross with the snap. Under a fair bit of pressure. But that's Plenty Highway's first score on the Power and Water scoreboard. Highwayman 1 point, Mount Allan 139.
Mount Allan, it's 11 and a half minutes to go in this first term. No next week for the loser.
Oh,
ball comes out,
nice.
Lazarus. Oh, good work. That was a great mark there by Josiah Cook.
Wendell the Wizard it was.
Wendell the Wizard, he goes over the top looking for Briscoe. Willie, he takes a mark. Warren plays on. He's got a player over the top if he wants him. He goes in that direction. It's a fair bit of work to do though. Oh, he steps around. It's Enos McCormack. He goes to a teammate all alone at centre half forward. He's taken an uncontested mark there. Marcus Briscoe. He's got a teammate short if he wants him. Elects to go. Another mark inside forward 50 from Mount Allan. And that's Jonas Turner, the big fella. Looking for... It's done. It's not good checking. Loose men in defence. There's another loose there if he wants him over the top. But he started all this, Briscoe. Marcus. He's going to line up for a shot.
45 out when he gets boot to ball. You would think here if he takes a decent run up.
They've had all the play. Need to capitalise on the scoreboard.
Kick looks pretty good off the boot. It's going to go right to the goal line. Massive back of play. Stafford's done it. He's taken the mark. In amongst 4 or 5 flying for it.
He's come down sore.
Oh, he's played on with a handball. And a quick snapper goal from Josiah Cook. Puts it on the board anyway. I don't know why you'd do that. But a goal to Mount Allan. They've got their second.
I know why he's done it. He's limping, Stan. He's very sore after that contested mark. Yeah, I don't think he could even get boot to ball then.
Gee, he only had to poke it. He would have been directly in front,
for
marking
sure.
the square.
For sure.
On the replay, what a terrific mark in the pack. He has got a height advantage over everyone.
He
But
came
still.
down very sore. He got up very properly.
And have a look at this on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Josiah Cook, thanks a lot. That's my name in the paper.
Oh, that's it.
Well, Mount Allan, what a start for them. 2-3-15, Plenty Highway, 1 point, Power and Water scoreboard. 10.5 minutes played in the opening term of the preliminary final, and I don't know, it doesn't really look like the Highwaymen have woken up, Joe.
No, they've come here asleep. It's going to take a big effort here to get back into this game. We know these swings and changes, though, Stan. When will they wake up? That's the question, I suppose. We need to ask. They need to ask themselves. Ball's tossed up in the middle of the ground. Again, it's Thompson up against Wendell Patterson. Ball's one out of there by Plenty. They go long inside their forward 50. Oh, good attack on the ball there by Carla Stevens. Ball still there on the ground, still needed to be won. No one can get a clear possession out. Oh, good work there by Mount Allan. They just tossed it forward. They're all there in numbers. Tap over the top. No one wants it for Plenty Highway, Stan. Mount Allen want to run it. They keep running. Chip over the top. Bit of shepherding to do here. Yeah, everywhere, Stan.
Nice kick, Liam Long. He's found Josiah Cook. He just kicked the last goal. This one a bit of a floater in towards the goal square. The Highwayman had the only player back there. He was able to get a hand on it and see it through for another behind to Mount Allen. Ticking the scoreboard over. Probably a lot more minor scores than what they would like. Oh, bad bounce there for Sean Bloomfield. Opens the door for Jonas Turner. Shrugs off the tackle and then delivers nicely. And a diving chest mark taken by Cassian Jones. He can shoot for goal for about 30, 35 out.
And they're paying for it, the Highwaymen, for not being away from the first bounce, Stan. They're lining up for their 7th shot at goal here, Mount Allen.
Cassian Jones puts the kick on the way. It's offline. 3 for 1 behind, and I think that's about the only thing the Plenty Highway supporters can be thankful for right now, that the shots at goal from Mount Allen aren't going through. 2 goals, 5-17.
Yeah, and that it's incorrect on the board at the ground. It's 1 point, not 2.
Plenty Highway.
Preston Bloomfield, he goes short looking for Madrill. Madrill takes a mark, uncontested. He's gone a long way over the mark.
Looked like it.
He's got to play short there, and Tristan James, oh, dangerous cut off there by Kieran Campbell on that left leg. Deep into the forward line there by Mount Allen. Oh, well done by Stafford, just tapped it over to his teammates' advantage. This way, that way, Stafford, he's just too smart, too clever. Gives it off his teammate, just centering kick. Dixon it is. I think Dixon's got a lot of work to do here, Stan. 3 Highway men onto 2. Good tackling. Umpire says play on. No free kick there. Mark downfield. And it's gonna... that was undisciplined stuff there by Plenty Highway, Stan.
It was Enos McCormick that got the kick into attack for Mount Allen. So with the free kick paying upfield, you assume that he was a player interfered with after he got the kick away. Marcus Briscoe, the one that can capitalise here. 15 metres out, directly in front, no problems, puts it through for Mount Allen's 3rd goal.
They're on fire, Stan.
We might get a look at the incident that caused the free kick upfield on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Here we go, Jonas Turner. The handball over to Enos McCormick, and yeah, the bump
it wasn't late.
It was there. So once again, we see on the First Nations Foundation live action replay, the umpires going pretty good.
Correct.
It's been a great addition to the ICTV telecast over the past couple of seasons. Well, what a start for Mount Allen.
Oh, for sure, Stan. There's been a change in the ruck. Plenty I brought young Terence Green in and taken Leon Thompson off. So do we have any boundary umpires here? 2.
Oh, and we've definitely got a couple out on the grandstand side.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and one starting. They're both starting at the same end of the ground. They're assuming Mount Allen's going to get the centre clearance.
Umpire Nipris throws it high. Terence Green, he wins his first ruck contest.
Goes
Marcus,
the
magical Marcus McDonald, roosted inside his forward 50. Plenty of white, still can't take a mark down forward. Mount Allen running out of defence, so smooth. Good work over there, my Madrill, to spoil that. Cause a contest, 2 against 1, Plenty Highway. Got a stoppage there, otherwise the ball would have been, Mount Allen would have been away, Stan.
Mikey Tillmouth, the player from Mount Allen, got the clear and kick out of defence. McDanger, Marcus McDonald lurking around this. Of course, up until this year, we know him as a footballer from Papunya and one of their best ever. Playing for the Highwaymen this year. Papunya playing later today in a prelim final in Div 1.
Oh, they could have used him, but anyway, he's not playing for them. He's out here playing for Div 2. Ball's over the top. Oh, good work there. Carlos Stevens, it is. He gets his hands on the football, just kicks it around the corner looking for Bevan Neal. He can't get his hands on the football. Good work, Plenty. They work it out then. Ross, which way? He ducks under one tackle. Snaps outside of the body. That's downfield for sure. And it's going to be a free kick right in the goal square, and it's going to go to Plenty Highway, Stan. Stuart Sharper.
Went right to the line too. And look, once again, the contact coming afterwards, after the kick left the boot. And that's going to result in Plenty Highway's first goal. No problems for Stuart Sharper from close range.
Yeah, that was the downfield, but
Got the First Nations Foundation live action replay. We might be able to pick up what happened. Kelvin Ross went with the outside of the boot.
Just about got his necklace taken off here.
He ducked into that one, so I reckon that's a good call play on.
Deserved.
Yeah.
Well, they played the other one down the other ground, you know,
They did.
exactly the same. So, you know, that's what I think umpiring's all about, being consistent.
Kelvin Ross, dangerous player too. I reckon he kicked 4 goals in a Premier League grand final for Rovers a couple of years ago.
I reckon you're correct.
So, finally, the Highwaymen get a major score on the board. They're 1-1-7, trailing Mount Allen 3-5-23, Power and Water scoreboard.
Is that the larger mining lightning boat? I think it is.
Liam Patrick down there with an official's shirt on. I wonder who he's helping out.
Oh, that's Toshi.
Tosh Kernoth. A Minahan medalist.
Yeah, reigning
Plenty highway champion over the years.
He's a reigning community medalist, but unable to play in the community comp. Anyway, we're back here. James, it is Tristan. He goes over the top. There's that new ruckman there in Terence Green. Good position for the young fella. He's got 2 players over the top. He goes there. They're both loose. Oh, Dixon it is. He just goes out looking for. On the left, chips it back inside. Marcus McDonald. Oh, good mark. Good stuff. Plenty of highway. They worked that one out.
Darius Webb.
Yep. That's him, Darius Webb in the 23, directly in front.
Might have been Elias Brown with the left boot.
Yeah. Webb, uncanny. Doesn't matter how canny it is, it goes through the big sticks. Goal umpire Grant Butler puts the 2 guns up, and that's Plenty Highway's second goal for the afternoon, Stan.
Now they've woken up, Joe. 2-1-13, Plenty Highway, Mount Allen 3-5-23. The margin narrowed down to just 10 points on the Power and Water scoreboard. Here's the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Nice mark. Not the sort of height of a player you expect to get that out of in the forward line marking contest. More of the ground level stature.
Yep.
But a terrific mark.
Yeah, nevertheless, he's put us through the big sticks. Ball tosses it, he throws it up this time. Terence Green, he's doing quite well in the ruck. He wins it down, but cut off there by Mount Allen, and that's through Enos McCormack. He goes long. Terence Green still in there helping out. Good staff, good fighting there by everyone involved. It's going to be a free kick too high, and it's going to go to Plenty Highway, I reckon, Stan.
And the way the player's holding
Corey
his head
Ross
would indicate it was a bit high.
Yeah, I think that's Kelvin Ross.
They're going to let his teammate take the kick. Really, if he's able to stay out there.
Preston Bloomfield is. He goes with a spiral. He really lets go of that one. Goes looking. 2 Mount Allen players clash with each other. They come out with the goods, though. Good work. Who's in the first in the race of the football here? Yum Yum, Clifford Pope. He goes this way, that way. He gets it off late. He's been hit late too. Tristan James gives it on to Waylon Doolan. Doolan, he goes with a nice pass, looking for the last goal kicker, but it's cut off there by Callum Daniels. Daniels for Mount Allen just soccers it forward. The umpire says play on. Oh, good work. Kurt Abbott it is from Mount Allen. He goes long. Didn't he play for Santa Teresa?
Who?
Kurt Abbott.
No, T3 last year. Has been played for Mount Allen this season. There's the quarter time siren. And things certainly went up a notch in that last minute or two before the break. Mount Allen 3-5-23. Lead Plenty Highway 2-2-14 on the Power and Water scoreboard. My goal kickers for Mount Allen, 1 each to Josiah Cook, Marcus Briscoe and Daniel Stafford. And for the Highwaymen, 1 each to Stuart Sharber and Darius Webb. Great start, Mount Allen, but Plenty Highway working their way back into the game towards the end of the term, and it looks like once again we'll be shaping up for another close one. Community Finals footy on ICTV. Stay with us. 3 more quarters of this great game to go.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
Don't leave the tap on.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? That's my water. What will you do?
COVID-19 will come here. Will you be ready? COVID-19 sickness will make us so sick we go to hospital, need a machine to breathe, maybe die. If lots of people get sick, the hospital can't help everyone, but not if we get vaccinated. All Congress clients over 16 can get the Pfizer vaccine. No worries about very rare blood clots, and it works well against all different types of COVID. You must have 2 doses to be fully protected. Call 1-800-570-688 to book yours. Remote Congress clients ask at your clinic.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We're looking for leaks. That's my water! What will you do?
Welcome to the ICTV Programming Grid. The Programming Grid shows the different categories of videos playing on ICTV throughout the week. A different colour represents each category. Our tucker is green and plays on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday and Wednesday. Our tucker features hunting and cooking videos from communities across the country. If you have a video you'd like to see on ICTV, please contact us. ICTV, showing our way.
Watch out for these new videos on ICTV this week.
We take a shower every day before we go to school. We smell good, we smell fresh.
Little town.
Being a teenager and growing up, like having to get a job and like do your own money, this and that, because your parents only live off a Centrelink payment or, you know, just their little work payment, it's like hard.
All like my brothers too was all like knocking around, you know, running around the streets and stuff.
A lot of bush tucker and a lot of pussycat, like working, like look around for Nino, because we go around and check the hole for pussycat. If we see
ICTV,
showing my way,
your way,
our way,
the strong way.
boom.
ICTV, showing our way.
And welcome back to ICTV's coverage of the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Finals Series. Quarter time in the Div 2 prelim, and it's a 10-point lead for Mount Allan over Plenty Highway. My name's Stan Coombe, joining me in commentary, Joe Clark. Joe, took the Highwaymen a little bit of time to get going, but they kicked the last 2 goals of the first term. Game on.
Yeah, it was indeed. And this man was the difference, I think, with young Terence Green in the ruck. He's still taking the ruck, but getting it out of there is Warren Briscoe just belts it forward. Can they take a mark? They can't. Well done there by Sean Bloomfield. He gets it out. Good work here. Good work there by Mount Allan. Snap it around the corner, and that player was Cassius Jones. Comes out to Ross. Kelvin, he has one. He better get his hands on the football. Good chase down there by the 19, and he tells him all about play on. They do. Stafford! He takes an uncontested mark, 25 metres out, directly in front stand, and Corey Ross just took it too slow running out of defence. No teammates told him to get rid of it, and he was really tackled there by Rico Martin.
You would think if he was told, Kelvin Ross has the pace, so you've got to assume that the voice wasn't there.
Yep.
Stafford looking for his second.
He's causing them a headache, Stan.
He's a good kick.
He likes it.
No problems at all there for Daniel Stafford. Great start to the second term for Mount Allen. So action replay the first term. They got on the board early in the first term and now they're on the board early in the second. First Nations Foundation live action replay.
Yes, he just took it
Thought
too
he
slow.
was clear. Gee,
Yeah.
that's a great second effort chase too by Rico Martin.
Oh, for sure.
Ross pulled away from him initially.
Yeah, they just need a little bit more out of Kelvin Ross with the run and carry, I think. Marcus McDonald's given him a little bit in that first term. Ball's back up, tossed up. One again by Mount Allen. They go in their direction, but can't get their hands on the football there. And that was Ronson Campbell. This man, though, Stoke, just snaps it around the corner. He's been good, Warren Briscoe. Cut off there by the Plenty Highway, though. They come out wide. And that was James, I think it was. Oh, cut off again by Enos McCormack. He's been handy, Stan, for them.
He has.
McCormack, he goes short, finds his teammate there on the gap road wing. Doesn't quite get to him, but over the top. Good work again. And another on Callum Daniels. He's creating a lot from up forward as well.
Footy on the half forward flank for Mount Allen. Next kick is high and long, goes deep inside 50. Stafford underneath and held out the front position. End up taking the mark on the chest. He can go back and line up for another one. This could be his second inside a minute and a half.
No, I'm not quite sure of that matchup, Stanley O'Patrick.
He's got the pass again. Always unselfish.
Passes it off.
Marcus Briscoe. Oh, and he'll play on too. More unselfishness. And Cassium Jones ends up kicking the goal for Mount Allen. A couple of his teammates could have had a shot before him, but in the end, Jones a beneficiary. Cheek.
You just can't do that.
Goals.
To back six, you know, the back six, you got to man up your players. At the moment, Plenty Highway have only got 5 in their back six stand, if that makes sense.
Well, it shouldn't happen because we've got to start with the 6-6-6 and it was straight from the centre bounce.
Yeah, that's 2 quick goals, Stan, under 4 minutes, and
it's undone all the hard work that they did in the last 5 minutes of the first term to get themselves back into it.
Oh, for sure.
Ball back in the middle. Briscoe, it's been going all right in the ruck, but beaten that time. It's been a good contest between all 4 ruckmen that we've seen out there so far today. Ball out towards centre wing grandstand side, or slipped over as tried to get possession of the footy, then tackled Lazarus Ryder, holding the ball. See, that was pretty fierce. They'll go forward, Mount Allen. Little kick from Callum Daniels, inside 50, looking for Stafford again, but this time caught behind. And a great effort in the front position. Is that Preston Bloomfield
Preston Bloomfield.
Impressive defender he's been for a while now. Nice pass too. The mark taken by Luke Madrill, just outside the... No, Marcus McDonald it is. McDanger, that trusty left boot goes long to Dixon, who's got it on the wing.
Bevan Neal it is, all alone. He's just been cut off there by the last line of defence there by the Eagles. And just sock it over the boundary line, and it's going to be a toss in 70 metres out the Plenty Highway direction. But that was good stuff down back. Preston Bloomfield's obviously been moved on to Stafford.
I reckon that's the best matchup they could find myself.
That is the matchup, but they need to get Preston to follow him everywhere. Young Terence Green, I think he's been moved in the forward line, and Leon Thompson's on the middle of the gone in the middle. Green it is, he just grabs it out of there, just bangs it inside the forward 50. Good work there by Ross, sockets it off the ground, can't get his hands on the football, snaps it around the corner, comes out the back. Mount Allen, they just roost it out of there through Haig and Norm. Norm gives it on to Lazo. Lazarus Ryder goes bang inside forward 50. Carl Stephen front position. The umpire says no free kick doing there. There's a Mount Allen player down there flat. Oh, they run it out of defence, Mount Allen again, only to go as far as... Good attempt to mark there by Plenty Highway. Marcus McDonald, the magician, he gives it on to his teammate way late, but no free kick doing there. The umpire says play on. Twisting, turning. Mount Allen, they're doing well on the last line of defence. Umpire swallowed his whistle when it goes inside forward 50. Warren Briscoe, Stan Coombs.
Yeah, Briscoe from the defensive 50. Up to another Briscoe. Juggling mark taken by Marcus Briscoe this time. From the back flank, he kicks to the wing. Chest mark to Davey Briscoe. 3 Briscoes in a row. It's a Briscoe disco out there at the moment. Kicking
Stafford!
He's done it again, the big fella. And well done, the Briscoes.
They go to the disco and give it straight to the big Stafford. He's got to finish it off.
It's almost, if you're the Mount Allen jumper, you look up, you think, where do I go? I'll go Briscoe. Stafford looking for his third. Probably could have had a couple of more set shots too. He's passed them off. I don't know why when you can kick like that, he's put it through for another one. And Mount Allan really looking the goods midway through the second term of this preliminary final.
Oh, for sure, Stan. That's his third for the afternoon.
First Nations Foundation live action replay here, and there is another contested mark. Opponent then, Preston Bloomfield. And look, he's a quality defender, but such as the quality of his opponent, doesn't really matter who you put on Stafford, he's going to have some impact on the game.
Oh, for sure, and plenty of just ringing the changes, Stan.
Free kick in the middle here. Everything going Mount Allan's way.
Yeah, it's just roosted out of there by Jonas Turner. He goes long in the forward line. No one can take a mark. Good work out of there by Plenty Eye. The magician, Marcus McDonald. Marco, he has one bounce. He has two. He goes with a worm-burning pass looking for the big fella. In Vincent Haynes. Haynes got another player inside, and he goes to him. Leon Thompson dropped what he should have taken. Still there, can't get his hands on the football. Still working for it though. Bevan Neal gets in there. Jonas Turner, the big fella, twists and turns. Talk about disco dancing. He goes long. Leon Long goes long. All right, oh look at that. At the back, the bounce. Lucks of fortune there by Mount Allan. They just step on it though. Oh, good work, good work.
Yeah, I thought the free kick was there. Advantage given.
Another goal, Mount Allan, Stan. They're just piling them on.
They certainly are. Everything going their way at the moment. The whistle went, an advantage was given there, and we'll see on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. They fall into his back here. Yep, fell right into his back, sat on his shoulders, so free kick paid to the play with the advantage.
Who was that goal kicker, Stan?
I haven't quite picked him up. I reckon he's just inside 50 with the orange boots. Oh no, or is it the player down in the goal square? Could have been Josiah Cook for his second.
Ball's back in the middle of the ground. Oh, Mount Allan win it again. They're just playing with them now. Cleared out of there by Ross though. It's Corey. Corey goes over the top looking for him, finding his teammate there, Stevens. Carla just belts it inside his forward 50. What can Plenty Highway do? They can't get their hands on the football here. No one wants it out of there. Mount Allan, they're just running it out. Free kick, Mount Allan holding on to.
Goes to Wendell the Wizard Patterson. Gets it out to the half-back flag, out in front of the tree of knowledge, put it in front of Mikey Tillmouth. Tillmouth gathers, just rolls it up the wing. Now they get possession through Campbell, Kieran Campbell. Long kick bounces to the half-forward flank now. Back there is Clifford Pope for the Highwaymen. Oh, the 1-2 handball exchange has come unstuck. Great tackle, Jared Briscoe. Now the umpire signalling kicking in danger. We don't see that too often.
Leo the Lion, Patrick, where's he got? He's got a free kick. Where's he going to go, Stan? The next link in the chain by Plenty Highway. They go out wide looking for Ross. It is Kelvin. He can't take the mark. Umpire says play on. Leading in the race is the football. Plenty High, but well done there by Mount Allan. Ducking, weaving. Ross, it is Corey. He just sockers it forward. Can't get their hands on the football. They're fumbling, Stan.
Yeah, it's a crucial first touch inside 50. No fumbling there. Richard Dixon takes the mark on the half-forward flank for Plenty Highway. Slows it down momentarily, then sells a bit of candy and plays on around the man on the mark. Kick inside 50. Oh, that was plucked away from behind. And the mark's been paid to Carl Stevens.
Wow. Too deep. I thought that front man would have just snaffled that up, Stan.
Brendan Pearce, we'll see on the First Nations Foundation. No, he won't. It's a play on over to McDonald. McDonald puts it through for Plenty Highway. So McDanger gets one. Unselfish play. We'll see on the First Nations Foundation live action replay shortly though. Here's that kick in by Dixon. We'll have a look at that marking contest once more. Brendan Pearce in the front position might have thought he had a little bit of that. Oh, pretty strong grab, even if he did get hands on it.
Oh,
maybe you pay that, I think.
Anyway, it's Marcus McDonald's going to be in the newspaper tomorrow for kicking the third Plenty Highway goal. 3-1-19 Plenty Highway. They trail Mount Allan 7-5-47.
They need the script of this second term to follow the script of the first term. get a couple in a row and get themselves back into it.
Ross it is, he can't get a centre clearance out of there. He's been tackled without the football. Plenty I get it forward though to Ross. Can't get his hands on the football. Lazo Ryder, he's there, hot pursuit.
Oh.
He's been tripped, no free kick doing there. Marcus McDonald's hurt. Oh, good work there by Daniels it is. He gets it inside forward 50. Johnny Briscoe gets it over the top. On the left, Campbell bouncing. Kieran Campbell, that's his first goal for the afternoon.
Great goal.
Wow.
Mount Allan, 8-5-53, Plenty Highway 3-1-19. Let's have a look at this one on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Here's a right footer, that's his non-preferred.
Wow.
It's a nice kick under a lot of pressure too from the Plenty Highway defence that time.
They're just doing all the little team things, Mount Allan stand.
They're playing inspired football at the moment. And they're almost in a position now where they can sniff a grand final. 8-5-53, 3-1-19, Power and Water scoreboard. That margin is blowing out to 34 points. 8 minutes left in the second term. Still plenty of time for the Highwaymen, but right now, Mount Allan have the momentum.
Oh, without a doubt.
Patterson in the ruck, went backwards with the tap. Quick kick, gets the ball moving forward in Mount Allan's direction again. The big ruckman, Jonas Turner, tries to push his way through. Umpire Nipper said that's in the back, and Bevan Neal gets the free kick for Plenty Highway.
Skipper, he goes over looking for the magician, Marco McDonald, on that worm-burning left foot. He goes looking for the last bloke that took that contested mark, Carla Stevens. He's been disposed of the football. Oh, good work there by Marcus McDonald. Like a thief in the night, has a shot. Last line of defence has been taken there. They dropped the mark. One end, they get it away. Still there in dispute. Plenty just can't trap it in. Good work there by Mount Allan. Kicked out of there eventually by Mikey Tillmouth. He goes down the line.
What's this bloke run?
Long. Liam. He has one. Gap road wing. Comes back inside. Teammate can't take the mark. Pope, Ken, Clifford. Yum Yum. He plays on. He's a hot pursuit here. Stafford tackles him. The umpire says held without the football. It's going to be a free kick. Stan,
He just got rid of that in the nick of time, Clifford Pope. They were coming at him. He slipped a little handball out. The umpire obviously deeming that the tackle lingered a little bit too long. Straight and direct up the middle. But that's been well read by the Mount Allan defender. Rico Martin got back and took the mark on the chest. Delivers into the middle. Equally well read by the opposition again. This time Plenty Highway come up with it. Preston Bloomfield goes out wide. Half forward flank. Corey Ross. 55 out from goal. Long one towards the top of the goal square. Can't find the target. McDonald was on the lead. Oh, he ends up stealing it again. And this time he puts it through. McDanger, Marcus McDonald, gets an important goal for Plenty Highway. They're hanging in there.
That's their second stand for that's his second for the afternoon. Or second for the quarter in actual fact.
Here's the replay again. And just bobbled out. He snaffled that. And, gee, last few minutes we've seen a couple of great snaps either end.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they certainly needed that, the Highwaymen.
Bevan Neal, the skipper, he's been moved in the middle. He's given him something out of there. He's got a centre clearance. He's got another free kick there.
I'll tell you who else I reckon has lifted in the last 5 to 10 minutes in the middle there, Corey Ross.
Yeah. That run and carry that we're familiar with Corey Ross, and another ruck change, and I think Clem Abbott's in the ruck.
Up against Wendell Patterson.
Wendell Patterson, the wizard. Wizard wins it down, but goes back to that man, Ross. Corey Ross, he goes with the spiral outside the centre. High. Marcus McDonald, another mark at the true centre half forward position. He has 3 to beat, Stan.
It's the Russell McDonald show at the minute. He can make it from here.
Marco, that magician on that left foot, given it a lot, but that's a win for Plenty Highway. It's going to be a boundary throw in deep into their forward line.
Lawrence Stafford, the defender back there to get hands on the footy and see it safely over the line. Boundary throw in right in front of the scoreboard here at Traeger Park. Looks like Green will come across and do the ruck work in the forward line for Plenty Highway. Up against Patterson, or favoured by the throw in. Green almost able to take that out of the air. Ball bouncing around in the goal square. No one rushes it through in community footy. And Lawrence Stafford will get the clearing kick over to Liam Long. He goes a bit longer too, out to the half-back flank. Good effort there to make a contest was Tristan James for Plenty Highway. Quick kick back to their 50, and Green takes the mark. A little bit of a fumble.
That was smart there by Leo Patrick. This is that young fella, young Terence Green.
Distance here would test. Didn't give himself much of a run up. High one drifts out in the pocket, and I reckon just that lack of run up and getting close to the man on the mark
off 2
might
steps.
have caused some problems there. Out of bounds on the full. Patterson with the quick kick in for Mount Allan, and Justin Briscoe takes the mark and plays on.
Mikey Tillmouth on that left foot just goes with a booming left foot kick. He gets the middle of the ground here at TIO Traeger Park, the home of Central Australian football. The umpire's been asked, he's told him to play on. He goes down the line looking for Robbie Daniels. He's taken a mask. We haven't seen much of Robbie this quarter. He goes inside forward 50. Teammate all alone by himself.
Whistle.
It's going to be a free kick to Plenty Highway, and it's going to go to Sean Bloomfield for holding on.
Just having a look down that forward line. Oh, Stafford's up on the ball at the moment.
Yep. Plenty on to play on. Troyden Fishhook it is. Taking an uncontested mark. Kicks it in the middle of the ground. Good work. Plenty High get on their skates out here. All alone out here is Preston Bloomfield. Next link in the chain. Abbott, I think it is. Yep, Clem Abbott. He takes a mark. Plays on. Gets on that left foot kick. Inside looking for Carl Stevens. He falls over. Both of them fall over. Still in there to be one. Terence Green lays a tackle. Good work out of there. Mount Allan, they're holding up, and their back six are so strong, Stan. They're repelling anything that comes in there.
Away went Patterson. Got it from Lawrence Stafford, who's done some great work in the back line. Patterson found Campbell in the middle of the ground. Now he goes longer still, and they've got a mark just inside 50. Taken by Kurt Abbott. Normally the iron curtain across half back. He's gone up into the forward line. Played a lot of footy for Tea Tree Roosters over the years. Probably regarded as one of their all-time champs. 4 premierships for Rovers, looking for a 5th as well this season. Keck won't quite get there. Stafford was up in the marking contest, off his hands and through for a behind to Mount Allan.
Yeah, they haven't dried up their goals for a bit, Stan. I think it's been about 5 minutes since they've got a goal. 2 minutes to go in this second term. You said it, Stan. Plenty Highway kicked a couple of late ones. They get it outside their defensive 50 to Preston Bloomfield. He could have given it over to Captain Neil, but now he's got to move it on. Preston, he's got a teammate in the middle, Waylon Doolan. Doolan's got another one loose if he wants him. He elects to hold it up. Plenty Highway playing possession. Over the top there's Tristan James. Can he get the hands on the football? Free kick. He's given a free kick. He was holding his opposition teammate, Liam Long it was. He goes with a left foot kick over to Campbell. Kieran goes, gives it on. Oh, nice work, Mikey Tillmouth. Tillmouth, Stafford! He's been moved back there, Stan.
Not up on the ball for very long. Getting back where he can do some real damage. Set shot from just inside 50, directly out in front. Kieran Campbell getting lots of footy. Mikey Tillmouth out of defence and now even venturing up to the midfield to deliver forward. Gee, they've got good players all over the ground at the moment, Mount Allan.
Oh, for sure.
And that's what the scoreboard's reflecting.
And speaking of scoreboard, Stafford had a quick look at the scoreboard and thought, I'm going to milk this, so I'm just going to make sure this is the last shot of the quarter.
A little bit of clock milking. He's kicked 3 already. Handed off a couple of others, Daniel Stafford. 49 metres out directly in front. It doesn't seem to matter if he only takes a couple of steps before laying that big size 15 into it. He's put it through for another one. And, gee, that's a vital one just before the halftime bell.
Oh, for sure, Stan.
There it is.
He kicked 3 goals in that quarter, and his team kicked 5, and Plenty Eye were found wondering.
So at halftime, in the preliminary final for Division 2, Mount Allan 9-6-60. Plenty Highway 4-1-25. So that's 35 points of difference on the Power and Water scoreboard. They're almost 6 goals in front, so this is a magnificent effort from Mount Allan. They came into this as underdogs.
Oh, without a doubt, Stan. And I'll just go through the goal kickers for both teams. Mount Allan, Stafford's got 4. And singles to Marcus Briscoe, Cassian Jones, Kieran Campbell and Josiah Cook.
Yeah, and we're not sure if Josiah Cook kicked the one that we didn't quite pick up.
Okay.
Quick snap out of the
And
pack.
Marcus McDonald's got 2 for Plenty Highway, Stuart Sharper 1 and Darius Webb 1 apiece.
So there it is, half-time in the first game for telecast today. 2.5 more games of final footy to go. Stay with us on ICTV. Plenty of action coming your way.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
That's my water!
What's up? It's me, Baker Boy. Our knowledge for looking after water has passed on from generation to generations. Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We turn off the taps. We're looking for leaks. We report the leaks. That's smart water. You can be water smart and you can help your family be water smart too. What will you do?
Have you washed your hand? COVID-19 pachin up more than the one. Wonder rare yarajaka. COVID-19 ilkadan la anona ilkadan thoram borichina. And anona hospital wana alichina. Agayanga jangar machine aranama and iloma pak. Charjat nengal kaderama. Hospitala oyana help me lama mapa. Vaccine and renana anonianama moirail. Congress client mapa 16 years old and unbara it na voice of vaccine in them. Itala ramala akuko war blood clots in nama. Moira war gerama COVID-19 gadama package. Unda inama vaccine tara nganaindandaram. Number nana ringamelai 1-800-570-688 and Pukamelai Ngwena. Pojan Congress client Mabala Angai Clinica.
Milpa the Trachoma goanna is here to show you how to protect yourself, your family, and your community from coronavirus. Make sure you wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Keep 3 steps away from all people. Cough and sneeze into your elbow or tissue and throw used tissues into the bin. Wash your hands with soap and water again. Don't share drinks and smokes. And stay home if you don't need to go out. For more information about coronavirus, COVID-19, please contact your local health clinic.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We turn off the taps. What will you do?
Did you know us Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are born with the best vision in the world?
It's true.
Yeah, and you also need good eyes to mark and kick the footy.
Yeah.
Did you also know that some kids in communities have sick eyes from trachoma?
Is that where you wash your face whenever it's dirty to have strong eyes and stop trachoma?
Sure is, Jay. It's fun and easy too. So remember,
clean faces, strong eyes.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? That's my water. What will you do?
Follow Melbourne's 6 steps to stay healthy and get rid of trachoma.
Play it nice until it's empty. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your face to clean snot and yucky eyes. Brush your teeth with toothpaste morning and night. Have a shower with soap every day. Don't share towels. Clean faces, strong eyes.
For more information, contact Indigenous High Health.
COVID-19 will come here. Will you be ready? COVID-19 sickness will make us so sick we go to hospital, need a machine to breathe, maybe die. If lots of people get sick, the hospital can't help everyone, but not if we get vaccinated. All Congress clients over 16 can get the Pfizer vaccine. No worries about very rare blood clots, and it works well against all different types of COVID. You must have 2 doses to be fully protected. Call 1-800-570-688 to book yours. Remote Congress clients ask at your clinic.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We report the leaks. Tell your family, tell your teacher, that's my water. What will you do?
Welcome to the ICTV Programming Grid. The Programming Grid shows the different categories of videos playing on ICTV throughout the week. A different colour represents each category. Our culture is ochre and features traditional stories and dance, oral histories, cultural events, bushcraft and medicine, caring for country, and looking after language videos. If you have a video you'd like to see on ICTV, please contact us. ICTV, showing our way.
We are Happy Reggae. You're watching ICTV, showing our way.
Do you see ICTV? No. No.
You got no TV?
Stop laughing.
Stop
squeaking.
Watch out for these new videos on ICTV this week.
Being a teenager and growing up, like having to get a job and like do your own money, this and that, because your parents only live off a Centrelink payment or, you know, just their little work payment, it's like hard.
All like my brothers too was all like knocking around, you know, running around the streets and stuff.
A lot of bush tucker and a lot of pussycat, like working, like look around for Nino, because we go around and check the hole for pussycat. If we see
Nara irama repel sandranga.
Apma ilporalia nama. Kasiala ndelama angada.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
And welcome back. You're watching ICTV. You're watching the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Final Series. It's half-time in a preliminary final for Division 2. Mount Allan 9,660 leading Plenty Highway 4,125 on the Power and Water scoreboard. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, Joe Clark. Joe, Mount Allan looking really good. It'd be an upset if they win. They certainly came into this as underdogs. Plenty Highway have contested Division 1 in the past. And, gee, they're up against it now. Mount Allan have been magnificent this first half of footy.
Oh, without a doubt, Stan. They deserve to be in front. They're running on top of the ground. They're doing all the tiny little team things.
I'm just seeing a bloke on the screen there in the white cap. You might have saw him. He played for Mount Allan last week. Zach Stafford, perhaps out injured. So
yeah, okay. But big addition is obviously Daniel Stafford.
Swap one Stafford for another.
Yeah, and they're sorting out the 666, I think, and the umpires.
And the man you mentioned's kicked 4 goals.
Yeah, he is the difference, there's no doubt about that. And he's bringing everyone into it. And Mount Allan are just playing a team thing. For Plenty Highway to come back into the stand, they need to start playing for each other, with each other, if they want to go on to the next dance. Because next week, there's only a half of football left in this season for these teams. Ball's tossed up. It's centre clearance yet again there by Kieran Campbell. Long, high out of there. Guess who? Stafford. Handballs are back in the middle. He's handed back to Kenrick. Rico Martin has had a flying shot. Last line of defence, Preston Bloomfield takes a mark.
Oh, I don't know if he's allowed to play on from there.
No.
Yeah, he had to go the other side of the post from where he'd taken the mark, and he's gone back between the goals, and that's cost him a rush behind.
Yep.
Grant Butler down there, he's a stickler for the rules.
Leo Abbott, Leo Petrick, the Lion, he gives it off to Lazarus Ryder. Where's the next link in the team? I think he's gone down looking for Sean Bloomfield. Sean Bloomfield, he's got the hair today. He's taken a mark though. Hurt himself, Mount Allan.
Holding the hip area. He's got the thigh on that side strapped as well. He's got the kick away just outside the attacking 50. Callum Daniels taken down in the tackle. The ball comes Plenty Highway's way. Lazarus Ryder with it. Had a bounce. Kick towards the wing, grandstand side. He was looking for Richard Dixon. He's been beaten to the footy. There's a few Mount Allan players that got there. Liam Long gathers. Slips a little handball away over to Enos McCormick. Whistle's gone. Maybe player just in the back play being held when he didn't have it. Liam Long's taken the free kick. Pass back towards the centre square and found Callum Daniels. Player loose on that far side of the ground, so the switch is on. Luxury of having the time to drop the mark, pick it back up, have a bounce after a couple of metres and kick it forward. Normagan got it to big Daniel Stafford at centre forward.
I'm not sure. I think he's on to his third opponent now. Sean Bloomfield's gone to him now.
Oh, I'd be sticking with the Preston Bloomfield matchup regardless of what's happening. I think he's the one that can match him a bit in the height department.
Stafford, outside forward 50. He lets it go, Stan. It's there.
Oh, close.
Touch on the last line of defence. He liked it. He had 2 hands up.
Well done, Leo Petrick. That was vital because they can ill afford to leak any goals here at the start of this third term. Plenty Highway looking at the deficit on the Power and Water scoreboard, 37 points.
Leo goes out as it roosts it outside the forward 50. Dixon can't get a shepherd. They can't get a tackle. Oh, they're doing well here. Long Liam. He goes with that raking left foot kick inside forward 50.
At the back.
Can't take a mark. Stafford. He snaps it around the corner.
Tackle.
Dropping the football. Leo Petrick again. Last line of defence. The Lion. He goes over looking for the magician. Marco McDonald. He's got Webb. Darius, I think it is.
Yep.
Darius Webb on the Gap Road wing. He comes back inside looking for Carla Stevens. He takes an mark, but he drops it as he comes up. Turner, I think it was. He goes long inside. Leo just stayed down. No free kick doing there. Leo, the Lion Petrick again.
Oh, holding the ball.
Been pinned for dropping the football.
I get a look at that one a little bit later on the First Nations Foundation live action replay.
I thought there should have been a free kick. Three people went up for it, but no real attempted mark.
Marcus Briscoe is the player that's going to shoot for goal. He'll do it from about 40 metres out. Not much of an angle there. He's kicked one already, got it in the opening term. Been a handy player too. Well, chance for Mount Allan to get the first goal of the second half and really put the margin out to difficult proportions for Plenty Highway. Plenty Highway can breathe another sigh of relief. 3 behinds in this turn to Mount Allan. If any of them were goals, it's getting hard. Here's the replay. I'll make up your own mind from that one. Yeah. Doolan takes the mark from the kick in for Plenty Highway.
Whalen, he has one bounce. He goes looking in the middle of the ground, looks for Leon Thompson. Thompson, he can't get his hands on the football. He's been tackled high. The umpire's seen what I said. The magician Marcus, he plays on. He's got a teammate over the top if he wants him. He elects to go that way. Pope it was. Clifford, he goes inside forward 50. Oh, Mount Allan work it out though. Last on to the fence, they come out looking for and finding Kieran Campbell. Campbell got a player inside and he goes there, and that's Ronson Campbell. The Campbells combined. Ronson goes over the top. He's got another one all alone. Down the line, good work, good mark, inside forward 50, Mount Allan. And Jonas Gorry says, Jonas Turner says, I'm just going to go for goal.
The way they worked the ball down the ground then, brilliant, excellent foot passing. So you've got to say the Highwaymen seem to be standing off their opponents and letting it happen to a certain degree.
18 shots to 5. They deserve to be in the front, Mount Allan. Jonas Turner roost one just inside the 450. Stafford goes up. Does the Shepherd, the Shane Warne bounce then?
Yeah, it didn't look like it was that far away. Maybe there was a hand on it, or that wasn't signalled there by Butler. Another point.
Leo the Petrick line, he goes over and plays on. He gets it over to Sean Bloomfield. Bloomfield, where's the next link in the chain? Plenty. Oh, they don't really want it. They don't even want to be out there. Ross, Corey, he can again play on. Snap around the corner. He likes it. Mount Allan kick another.
It's the Iron Curtain.
Campbell. That's his first stand for the afternoon.
Look at this on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. That's Kurt Abbott, in fact. Yeah, Kurt Abbott.
He liked it as soon as he left his boot, and Kurt Abbott's first for the afternoon. Mount Allan, they just extending their lead, Stan.
Well, I call him the Iron Curtain, and this might be the curtain coming down on Plenty Highway season.
Oh, for sure.
That margin now, 45 points on the Power and Water scoreboard. They're going to kick 6 or 7 in a row just to be a sniff now. It's almost out of hand for Plenty Highway. I don't know what the big man Tony Sharper can do, but it's probably time to swing him around and make a few changes and hope for the best.
Oh, for sure, Stan. I think they've got nothing to gain by not having a crack. You know, they've got to throw a few things around.
Bit of finger pointing there by Phil Nipris out in the middle, counting out the 6-6-6.
We've had 3 seasons of this, and we still don't know how to count to 6.
And we lose a lot of time.
Thompson, he wins one rare out of the... Marcus, the magician McDonald, he goes inside the forward 50. They need a lot more out of him. They need a lot more out of this bloke too, Stuart Sharper.
He did kick one in the opening term. His team desperately need this one. It's a pretty tough kick, tight angle.
Oh, for sure.
But I'd rather be on this side of the ground than the other, particularly as a right footer.
Plays on. Goal umpire has not moved.
That's a great kick, Stuart Sharper. He's got his second, and the Highwaymen get one they desperately need, but you can almost hear a hush around the ground.
Oh, for sure.
Their supporters are gobsmacked at the moment. Here's the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Beautiful pass. Marcus McDonald, released from where would they be without him today?
Oh, for sure. He's had tons of possession all around the ground.
Well, can that spark the Highwaymen? 5-1-31. Mount Allan at 10-10-70.
Oh, there's plenty of time left, Stan, if they're good enough. There's no doubt about that. There's 39-point margin. If if they want this game.
Not a lot of room left for error though. Thompson, lovely tap down to Corey Ross. He lifted out of the middle in that second turn, but still couldn't get the highwayman going. He's chasing it again, Ross, paddling it out towards that gap roadside wing. And eventually he gets the ball over the boundary line. He's going to earn himself a free kick.
Legged.
Good second and third efforts there by Corey Ross. He certainly helped them get their fair share of centre clearances.
It's gone to his ruckman and Leon Thompson. Thompson, he's got Marcus if he wants him. He elects to go inside the forward 50. Carlos Stevens it is. He goes up for it. Comes down with no chocolates. Oh, good work there. Plenty of highway. Can't have a shot on goal though. Good defensive pressure there by the forwards there of Plenty Highway. No one wants the football though. This bloke does. Snaps it around the corner.
Clifford get a free anyway, I would have thought.
I would have thought as well, but it's not even downfield or anything, but nothing doing there.
Seemed to be a hand over the shoulder in that one. And Allan, play a little bit confused about where he takes his kick from. It wasn't a behind, he has to go back to that behind post. Does Lawrence Stafford.
Out of bounds.
Fine game by this bloke down there on the last line of defence. Not afraid to switch the play. And that's a pretty good mark, Lazarus Ryder.
Man in front.
Marcus Briscoe contested with him. He had the height advantage, but Ryder, he took the mark. He's going to go for the pass. Oh, he's kicked straight into the man on the mark. Yeah, man, Allan, they can get rid of it now. Marcus Briscoe with the footy. Up towards the wing on the grandstand side. Mark taken by Ronson. Campbell turns around and plays on. 2 bounces. Kicks towards half forward. Daniels takes the mark in front of the eyes. Big Robbie Daniels doesn't waste any time. Moves it forward quickly. Jonas Turner drops back. He takes the mark and he can line up for goal from about 20-30 metres out directly in front. Another great passage of play where the foot passing keeps hitting the mark.
From coast to coast then. It started from Lazarus, he kicked it in the man of the mark.
Yeah. So Jonas Turner has had a couple of pings at goal, hasn't got one on the board yet. Deserves one. And now he's got one. Jonas Turner gets his first. And Mount Allan answer the first goal of Plenty Highway in the second half very, very quickly. First Nations Foundation live action replay. Robbie Daniels. Couple of strong marks. That was pretty well uncontested in the end though, I suppose, for Jonas Turner. Managed to get out the back of his opponent. It's hard not to imagine that this isn't a match-winning lead now. 11-10, 76, 5-1, 31.
They've come to play, they have. That 21 scoring shots to 6. There's no doubt about that. They've come here to play. I think the week off might have really played in the hands of Mount Allan. I mean, Plenty Highway come like they have had a month off.
And look, traditionally a week off in the finals hasn't necessarily been a great thing in Central Australian footy across all our competitions.
Oh, to have a week off with only 5 in the comp. Anyway, the ball's tossed back up again. Oh, Marcus McDonald, yet another centre clearance. Again, where would they be without him? He goes inside the forward 50. Dixon, he goes on with a left foot snap. Can Plenty Highway get another one? Nah, that's gone straight across the face of the goal, and that's a minor score stand.
And their goals, not points. Plenty Highway, only 7 scoring shots to 21. Yeah, that would indicate domination all over the ground.
Ah, for sure. They go short. No one wanted it. Plenty Highway just watched him take a mark easy. Oh, they switch it. They go over to Warren Briscoe. Briscoe's got another link in the chain if he wants him. He elects to... Options everywhere, plenty. He goes to Hagen, Norm, one of the 3 that I know in Central Australia. The ball's kicked over the ball. Hagen, he goes looking for Daniels it is. Good work out of defence there by Travis Patrick. Patrick hands balls back inside. Preston Bloomfield it is. He has 1 bounce. Better get rid of it, son. He goes inside forward 50 looking for Ross. Ross can't take a mark. Good work out of defence there by Griffin Andy. He just bangs it out of there. Good work by Darius Webb. Webb can't get his hands on the football. Oh, this man can. The magician, Marcus McDonald, had a flying shot on goal. He was hit late, Stan, but nevertheless, umpire Nisbris didn't judge a free kick. Play on. Mount Allan.
Must have called that out on the full.
Kieran Campbell it is. He comes back across. Dangerous. But his teammates up to the challenge there in Norm Hagen.
They've taken a risk like that a few times, Joe, but the foot passing's been so good, they've been able to pull it off. Ball back inside 50 for Plenty Highway. Bevan Neal feeds a little handball forward. Oh, it slipped over just as he got it. And the Mount Allen defenders are able to now come in and wrap it up. Enos McCormick in over the top. We'll get a ball up about 40 metres out from the Plenty Highway goal. Lazarus Ryder just slipping over at the crucial moment there. The little signal as to who's going to do the ruck work. Elias Brown for Plenty Highway. Nice looking tap two down to Richard Dixon with the outside of the right boot. Terrific goal. Plenty Highway get their second goal in the second half, and it was a beauty from Winky.
Oh, wasn't it? On the outside of the boot. Here we go on the First Nation Foundation live action replay.
That's a beauty.
That'd have to be ICTV's goal of the day today, Stan.
Oh, we've about had something for the coverage. See on screen there, Terence Wilson doing the coaching. Well, he's been a mastermind today, Terence, who I normally know from Yunamu. But of course, Mount Allen, Yunamu, not too far away actually.
It's only about half an hour the back way.
That it is. So Mount Allen got themselves the service as a pretty handy coach. Much needed goal for Plenty Highway though. Maybe, just maybe, a slight sniff still of a grand final berth, but boy, they got a lot of work to do. Out of the middle go Mount Allen. Callum Daniels, high kick towards half forward. Jonas Turner got hands on it. Ball spilled down towards Josiah Cook. Tried to tap it to his own advantage. He can't pick it up. Nice pick up though by Waylon Doolan. He gets a hairball away, unable to take it. Clifford Pope, he'll go back after it again. His teammate socketed it off the ground in the end. They've got it to just backward of the wing. Webb caught in the tackle, but did slip the handball out. Now Patrick, this is another one forward. Corey Ross dragged off the footy. Umpire says play on. Ball very close to the boundary line. Wendell Patterson there, little topo forward. Then he gives it another swipe with a boot and rolls it up to the half forward flank. Well tapped on by Josiah Cook. Eventually, the ball goes out of bounds just around from the Tree of Knowledge. Boundary throwing about 75 out from the Mount Allen goal, but they're just doing anything to get the ball moving forward.
Oh, that's it. That's where their goals are, up the other end. They're going to the town end. There's 4.5 minutes to go in this premiership quarter, the third quarter. The game's still controlled by Mount Allen. The ball's tossed over. Uncontested there, Kieran Campbell. He just belts it inside forward 50. Uncontested mark there. There's a gutsy mark though, Stan.
Yeah, Josiah Cook. He's kick two.
He's telling his teammates he's going to go back and have another shot.
Now they get a closer look on the ICTV cameras, Joe. I'm pretty sure Josiah Cook got that second goal that we weren't too sure about. Just getting a second look now myself.
Yep.
So we've got him down for two. He's looking for his third. That's a big effort from a small forward.
Oh, for sure.
Long distance for a small forward to Stafford. He takes the mark just a metre or two out. And I reckon he's got a chance to put this game away now for Mount Allen before three-quarter time, and a 50-metre penalty. I reckon he's only going to get 50 centimetres of it here. Yeah, there he goes. He just pokes it through. Daniel Stafford kicks his fifth, and Mount Allen marching away just before three-quarter time.
Oh yes, I think that might be the nail in the coffin, Stan.
First Nations Foundation live action replay. What do? Two defenders there. He's just too tall and too good. There's the umpire giving the 50 metres, which is, I'll just take a step sideways and get out of the road, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think young Madrill walked across the mark.
3 minutes to go in the third term, Joe. Just before that passage of play, I was thinking maybe if Plenty Highway get one before three-quarter time here, maybe they can pull it off, but I reckon that's a heartbreaker, that goal from Mount Allen.
Oh, for sure. Umpire didn't ask for it back. Advantage no one at all. There's young Madrill, the one that just gave the free kick away. Doolan it is. Handballs it over to no man's land. Marcus McDonald it is. Can't get his hands on the football. Oh, this bloke's been fantastic. Around the corner. Talk about fantastic. The big fella and Jonas Turner takes a mark. True centre half forward position.
We're saying it about a few blokes, Jay, but that's the team effort. It's come about here, man. I can look across the board and there's about 15 blokes that I reckon have had good games.
Oh, for sure, for sure. You know, you have a look on the Plenty Highway and there's a few that haven't even had a touch. Stafford! He goes up with one hand. Ross comes down with it. The speedster. He goes with that left foot kick. Out of bounds on the full, and it's going to be another free kick to Mount Allen. 80 metres out. They go short inside forward 50. Daniels, the big fella, he can't take a mark though. Robbie handballs it over the top. Sean Bloomfield, he just handballs it over his top two. It's a free kick.
First one called a throw. Probably both a little bit suspicious. But,
Preston Bloomfield, he kicks it out and looking for Doolan. Whalen it is. Whalen.
He has worked hard for him across the half-back line. Whalen Doolan.
So
Kick
this
looking
bloke.
for McDonald. Oh, through his fingertips. Mount Allen get it at the back. Pass inside 50. Onto the chest of Marcus Brusco. And another shot at goal coming up from Mount Allen. They're just piling it on now. Callum Daniels, the player that passed it off. Marcus Briscoe looking for his second goal. About 35 metres out, directly in front by the time he gets boot the ball. There's just a minute left on the clock before three-quarter time.
He likes
and
it.
They're happy about it.
That's
Mount Allen are just about celebrating now. We haven't even reached three-quarter time.
That's his second stand. So it looks like it's going to be a Mount Allen versus the Hawks.
Tichikala, Eagles and Hawks. The battle of the big birds. That'll be next week, and you'll see that on ICTV as well. Big weekend coming up, grand final weekend. It's one of the great events here in Central Australia, community final, grand final day.
The big fella Sharper hasn't made any changes, really. For a team that's down so far, Mount Allen get yet another centre clearance, leading in the race of the football. Oh, how about that? Ronson Campbell goes along, inside forward 50. Well, how about that? Just when we thought there was going to be game on, 3 quick goals and another one.
They're on a high at the moment, Mount Allen. Everything working for them, and I reckon they can. Well, I reckon the game's beyond doubt now. This will seal it already. By three-quarter time, we don't normally see that in bush footy here in Central Australia. Games are normally close. Mount Allen played inspired football this afternoon. Marcus Brusco can't put that one through for his third. It's a behind on the board. And at the final break, that takes Mount Allen on to 13 goals, 12.90. Plenty Highway, 6-2-38. So a pretty comfortable lead. Margin 61 points there as we look at on the Power and Water scoreboard. One more quarter of this one to go. A couple of more preliminary finals coming up after that when we head towards Division 1. But stay with us on ICTV. One more quarter of Div 2 preliminary finals footy to go.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
What do you all do if you see a water running?
Turn it off!
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We turn off the taps. What will you do?
COVID-19 pachin of Marinana. Under rare Yarajaka. COVID-19 Gadan La, Anon and Elgadandoram Borigina, and Anon and the hospital wana Allegina. Agayanga Jangar machine Aranama, and Iloma Puck. Churchet Nangle Gaderama, Hospitala Oyana help me lama mapa. Vaccine and the Renana, Anonianama, Moirail. Congress client Maba, 16 years old and Anbara, it na boys a vaccine in them. Itala Ramala, Akugo war blood clots in nama. Moira war gerama, COVID-19 gadama package. Unda inama vaccine atara, Nganaindandaram. Number nana ring a melai. 1-800-570-688 and Pocamelaying Wena. Pojan Congress client Mabala, Angai Clinica.
Water! How does it get from cloud to cup in your community? We partner with Baker Boy to roll out a new schools program called That's My Water, Bush Schools.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life.
There's a range of great classroom activities and videos. It's fun, free and engaging for the whole community. If you want your school to be involved, get your teacher to contact Power and Water and say,
That's my water!
Did you know us Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are born with the best vision in the world?
It's true.
Yeah, and you also need good eyes to mark and kick the footy.
Yeah.
Did you also know that some kids in communities have sick eyes from trachoma?
Is that where you wash your face whenever it's dirty to have strong eyes and stop trachoma?
Sure is, Jay. It's fun and easy too. So remember,
clean faces, strong eyes.
COVID-19 will come here. Will you be ready? COVID-19 sickness will make us so sick we go to hospital, need a machine to breathe, maybe die. If lots of people get sick, the hospital can't help everyone, but not if we get vaccinated. All Congress clients over 16 can get the Pfizer vaccine. No worries about very rare blood clots, and it works well against all different types of COVID. You must have 2 doses to be fully protected. Call 1-800-570-688 to book yours. Remote Congress clients ask at your clinic.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
What you all do if you see a water running?
Turn it off!
And welcome back to ICTV's coverage of the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Final Series. 3/4 time in the Div 2 prelim final between Mount Allan and Plenty Highway. And it looks like Mount Allan are heading towards a grand final next week. They lead by 51 points. My name's Dan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, Joe Clark. Joe, the only thing that can change what I just said, Mount Allan getting in the grand final, is one of the greatest comebacks we've ever seen here.
Oh, for sure, Stan. I think it'd be Harry Houdini in 16 positions here for them to get out of this one, Plenty Highway. They just didn't come to play today. Mount Allan did. Mount Allan, hence the 24 scoring shots to 8. But you know what? Never say never. Whatever, if they can win the last quarter, I think they win some pride back, Stan. Obviously, they are one of the communities that are known to be in the Div 1. But, you know, things happen, and it is what it is.
Thought they would have been on a little bit more of a high coming into this game after their under-18 side won their way into the grand final earlier
for
today.
Sure. I think they're just like the Western Bulldogs of the AFL, Stan. 3 weeks ago, they were third on the ladder, and they found themselves playing in Division 2. But anyway,
I'm a Cat supporter there, no better. Ball out of the wing. Kurt Abbott gets it for Mount Allan. That one off the side of the boot goes out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in half forward flank. Rare foot kicking error from the Iron Curtain. He's normally got pristine skills. Even the best can miss time and sometimes. We're going to get a free kick out of that.
Bevan Neal.
It wasn't out on the full.
Neal to Dixon. Dixon takes it. No, it wasn't.
Maybe insufficient attempt to keep it in, I suppose. Well, clearly up the side of the boot.
It's Clifford Pope. We haven't seen much of him today. He's been well held by the Mount Allan. He goes inside forward 50 looking for Leo Patrick. He's been moved forward. It bounces off his chest. Ball comes out Mount Allan's way. Hagen. Big shout out to you, Uncle Normie, if you're watching up there at T32. There's another Norm Hagen. Ball goes across to Kurt Abbott. Abbott goes looking for Stafford.
That's the sort of kick I was talking about from Abbott.
Stafford plays on with a worm burner inside forward 50 on the left, and uncontested mark.
Daniel Stafford has kicked 5 goals today, but I reckon within goal kicking range he's passed off as many times. He maybe could have had 10.
Yeah, this bloke's going for his second, Jonas Turner.
And had a good game.
Oh, he has, Stan. He's got a lovely booming kick too for shot for goal.
You got him up in the forward line alongside Stafford. You know, Stafford takes a bit of attention away. This bloke's got a nice bit of height about him and can take a grab too.
Oh, for sure. Turner, it's high, it's wide, and it's...
Oh, look at that.
That's a goal.
First goal of the final term. Jonas Turner kicks it for Mount Allan. And the margin now 57 points on the Power and Water scoreboard.
Well, if you have a look at the replay stand, this unselfishness that and team.
Left foot too.
Just team. He
He's
is
a
in
natural
better
right
position.
footer. It doesn't really matter much with him, but
We
just
see-
to highlight the skills of the big man.
We've seen plenty of way when they go back, they walk with their back to the contest. Now, there was an easier shot there, and Stafford knew he'd done it for the team. He could have kicked his sixth, not a problem, but there was a better shot by the team.
This is turning out to be maybe the greatest win in Mount Allen's history. They did get into the Div 2 Grand Final last year, but this is against one of the heavyweights of Central Australia. As far as I'm concerned, they're in the top 6 clubs in the region normally. Doolan tries to get the ball forward for plenty high. Eventually does get possession of the footy. Long handball gives Richard Dixon something to chase. Dixon paddles it to his own advantage, keeps knocking it forward in the highwayman's direction, then he takes it under one arm. 50 out, Richard Dixon, long kick in towards goal. Mikey Tillmouth saves the day again for Mount Allen. Terrific game from him in defence today.
Corey Ross tried to cancel, he plays on, no one on the mark. Where's the next link in the chain for Mount Allen? It's going to be cut off here by Lazarus Ryder. He goes up for it, comes down to Bevan Neal from Plenty Highway. Inside forward 50, no one to go to. Travis Patrick gets front position. He does well, the backman, a renowned backman, he gets over the top. Plenty Highway still there, Madrill. Leo Abbott can't, oh, good work. The umpire says, play on, guys. It's just belted off the ground, and it's going to be, oh, it's dropped, a mark was dropped there. Marcus McDonald it was. Goes back to Neil Bevan, the captain. He slips over. Goes back to Clem Abbott, but it's all Josiah Cook. Cook, he just paddles it to himself, comes back in the side. Jonas Turner it is, the last goal kicker. What's he going to do? Overruns it, Stan. Taps it back into Stafford. Unselfish. Stafford, which way? This way, that way, back to his teammate. Turner around the corner, last line of defence there.
What a passage of play. I don't think there was one kick with the ball moved from the wing to eventually that snap smothered on the line. I don't think there was a kick. It was just knocked forward, a few fumbles, eventually ended up in goal scoring range for Mount Allen.
Clem Abbott, who's been pushed over, just belts it forward. Who to? Waylon Doolan. Doolan, which way can he go? He's got a teammate out wide.
It's all under pressure for him.
Oh, it is. Terrence Green it is. The big fella, he has one bounce. The young fella, he goes long, looking for Leo Patrick over his back. Travis Patrick, renowned backman. Oh, good work, Mount Allen. They just do so well. Oh, good stuff there by Liam Long. How classy was Liam Long? Twist, turns, gets inside forward 50. Turner, I think it is, Jonas?
Yeah, he's racking up the marks. Forward of centre forward, that's for sure. Everything the Highwaymen are doing now is under pressure. And, just doesn't seem like that when Mount Allen have got it. They can chip around and find players just like that. Kurt Abbott receives, turns around, has a look at goal, and Stafford marks next to the behind post. He'll go for a pass. No! Runs around, snaps with the left, and he's celebrating another one on the board to Mount Allen.
That's his sixth too. That's a Stafford sixth goal for the afternoon. He has been the difference.
Here we go on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Another mark in a contest. And again, showing us how ambidextrous he is with his non-preferred boot. Made that look easy.
Yep.
It's a rare thing to see skills like that in a man of such enormous size. He's a big bloke. With a crowd over there, the Central Desert Regional Council signage.
It's good though, Stan. I mean, to see Stafford bring back and play his good footy for his community in a final. I mean, we see him go and play for Palmerston, Darwin. He runs amok for Souths every week. But to go and play for your home community, I think that's what it's all about. It just grows those 23 others around you an extra leg. I think it's fantastic.
I reckon we can see that. They were pretty good last week. They are up and about like we haven't seen for a long time today.
Oh, for sure.
And he's the difference.
Yeah, Mount Allen, again, they carry on. They go out through Davey Briscoe. Davey Briscoe, he cops one late, downfield. And it's going to be a free kick.
No doubt about that one being there.
Turner, he goes looking for and finding all alone. Robbie Daniels takes a mark.
Davey Briscoe in the middle there. He was the meat in a Plenty Highway sandwich. He copped it from both directions, behind and in front.
Let's get back to the play here. It's Robbie Daniels. He's going to have a shot for his first shot on goal. The crowd like it. Robbie likes it. The goal umpire likes it. That's Robbie Daniels' first goal for the afternoon, Stan Coombs.
And it is. Pretty easy. We see on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. A simple set shot for goals, break through the middle. It's regulation stuff, and it's party time for Mount Allan. 16-12, 108. To Plenty Highway, 6-2, 38. A 70-point margin on the Power and Water scoreboard. We normally do not see this in bush footy. Not a margin of this size, and particularly a former Div 2 club, or a Div 2 club up against a former Div 1 club. There's a whistle gone in the middle. Are we now paying free kicks?
Yeah.
46-6-6. Should we do it all day then?
Yeah, I think so. Let's just be consistent. But
Chambers Turner again takes the mark at half forward.
He takes it uncontested. He goes back inside, and good work there. And a mark taken there by Marcus Briscoe. Briscoe plays on. Loose man, Kendrick Rico Martin.
Just chipping it around at will.
You know why, Stan? Plenty Highway don't run into the ground. I was there this week. There was 2 senior blokes at training. Majority of the team play for town clubs. Now, they can't get a game for a town club if they're not in town. So hence why there's no one training on the community now. Mount Allan, a point. Mount Allan are obviously all out there training. That's why they played as a team today, not a bunch of individuals.
Kick in for Plenty Highway. Comes to probably their best player today. Marcus McDonald. McDanger. Long raking left boot up towards the wing. Footy ends up in the hands of Cassian Jones. Handball inboard to Sebastian Dixon, who gave it off to Kieran Campbell. Campbell's kick towards half forward, taken off hands now by Enos McCormick. He goes towards goal from 45 out, but he can't add his name to the goal kickers list. It's another behind.
They just want the football. They've wanted the football from the first bounce. There's 11 minutes to go in this fourth and final term. There's only 11 minutes to
We're at
Plenty
that
Highway.
stage in a knockout too, Joe, where you can see the game's gone. It's getting harder and harder for Plenty Highway, and Mount Allan, everyone wants a piece of the action now.
Oh, Robbie Daniels takes a contested mark. Plenty Highway still can't get it out to no one in particular. Good work there by Mount Allan. They just have a shot, flying shot on goal. It's gone again, straight across the face, and they've gone through for another minor score.
Right now, Plenty Highway struggling to get it outside their defensive 50.
Yep.
They've set up the wall. They're swarming all over it. They all are putting their hand up for a grand spot in the team in the grand final side next week. Plenty Highway forced to take the kick in again. Sean Bloomfield back there in the goal square. He's going to go short into the back pocket. Is that Clem Abbott moved back now?
Clem Abbott, dangerous, kicks it over to no man's land, kicks it across to the magician, Marcus McDonald. McDonald, he gets away from one tackle, he gets away from another. He goes with that left foot kick looking for Neil. Bevan, he can't take a mark. Oh, good attack on the football though. Which way is this bloke going? He comes back in the middle of the ground. No one wants a football. No one wanted that football then. Does this bloke want the football? Troyden Fisher tries to lay on a bump. Good work there by Kieran Campbell inside forward 50. Stafford takes a mark yet again.
It was magnificent. Kieran Campbell rode the bump. And still the presence of mind to get the pass to Stafford. We're just seeing on the replay there, Bevan Neal. Oh, gee, copped a hefty one straight up the front.
Stafford plays on, looks for a better teammate in a better position, who also plays on, and Cassian Jones couldn't get his second, and he's kicked a minor score stand yet again.
Yeah, yet another sign of unselfishness, Daniel Stafford. I'm just having a look at him on our screen now, and he's limping and heading towards the interchange area. I think
We've got a yellow card.
A yellow card. So it's a Mount Allan player coming off, is it?
I think it's Davey Briscoe. Him and Marcus McDonald were exchanging emails address, I reckon.
So there'll be one man down, and Stafford will also be coming off. They're just going to get him right for next week now. He looks absolutely spent and holding just above the right knee as he gets to the interchange gate. Meanwhile, Plenty Highway have the footy in the middle of the ground. Marcus McDonald, time to recover after spilling the mark. Got the handball off to Luke Madrill. Madrill inside 50. Intercepted though, Mount Allan. Rebounding out of defence. Long kick into the middle from Griffin Andy. Oh, Marcus Briscoe grabbed it, lost it, and holding the ball, the decision. Free kick goes to Plenty Highway. And nice pass up towards centre half forward.
Leo the Line Petrick. He passes it off. He gives it back to who just gave it to him. He goes with a raking left foot kick. Goal.
Nice goal. Griffin Andy. Sorry, wrong
Clem
side.
Abbott.
Was it Clem Abbott?
Clem Abbott. That's his first. Sorry, Elias Brown. Sorry. You're right, Stan.
I didn't say anything. But we've eventually went, he's got a different style jumper to the other blokes.
Oh, for sure.
There's a couple like that if we can have a look in the centre square there. The ruckman, Leon Thompson, and also the last goal kicker, Elias Brown.
Yeah,
they haven't got the whitish colour down towards the bottom of the jumper.
That's the sponsor. I think that's the last year's ones, and the years before that didn't have a sponsor.
Same out on the wing here too, Clifford Pope. There.
Ball's tossed up plenty high. Can they get another centre clearance? They're well behind. It comes over to the magician, Marcus McDonald. He's had leather poisoning. Has a shot inside forward 50. Gone straight across the face of the goal. Another minor score. That's their 10th shot. 45 plays 112. This grand final opponent, Mount Allan, they're going to take on Tijikala next week.
Kick in for Mount Allan. Shorten up the middle. One of their good defenders today, Norm Hagan. Him and Mikey Tillmouth and Lawrence Stafford back there have been brilliant.
And this bloke here, Liam Jones.
The long striding Liam Long.
Liam Long.
Gets it out to Mikey Tillmouth, one of those fellas I just mentioned. Short pass from him up to the half-back flank. They're just chipping it around at will here. Market centre half-back now to Griffin Andy.
Yeah, they're just taking their time.
Yeah, all sting out of this one. Rico Martin now with the footy. Comes wider still from one side of the ground to the other. Kieran Campbell's had a great game. In fact, that was Sebastian Dixon who got that kick forward. Here's Cassium Jones with the footy now on the half-forward flank.
Jones, he goes short looking for, and finally this bloke's he's been a live wire up forward for them. And that's Marcus Briscoe. Briscoe goes long inside his forward 50. Oh, ball's on the ground. Needed to be won. Plenty of eyes still trying to run it out. Oh, Daniels, he just burrows his way through. Out of bounds on the full, I find. It's hit the post.
Point signal.
Point signal. Anyway, the ball's going to be brought back in.
Elias Brown, he's at the other end of the ground now. He just kicked a goal at the other, up at the scoreboard end.
Brown's got Fishhook if he wants him. Troyden, he's got his old uncle's number on Gilbert. Where's the next link in there? Big shout out to you, Jay, if you're listening. Sean Bloomfield going short looking for Yum Yum. Clifford Pope, he takes a mark. Over the top is his partner in crime, Marcus McDonald. I think Marcus McDonald, where's the next link in the chain? He goes down the line looking for Ross Corey over the top of his head. Uncontested mark there by Callum Daniels. Daniels from Mount Allan. Another one over the top. Good work there by Sebastian Dixon.
I think he's come off the interchange bench today, Sebastian Dixon, but they're starting to pick up a bit of footy in the second half.
Dixon goes high. 3-man. Oh, what about that jump? Comes back with no peanuts. Well done there by Preston Bloomfield. Bloomfield goes over looking for Dixon. Dixon, the big Dusty, don't argue. He goes long, looking for Leo the Lion Petrick. He drops what he should have taken. Still there, he can get it onto his teammate. Terence Green all alone there if he wants him. And they didn't want that goal whatsoever, and it's not even going to register anything. It's going to be a boundary throw in. 4 minutes to go in this fourth and final term, Stan Coombs.
Yeah, such is the state of the game. I wonder if plenty, we're going to get someone there for the ruck contest. Yes, they do. Terence Green gets there now. He'll be up against Brendan Pearce. Green won the tap. It's all Mount Allan at ground level. Griffin Andy left the ball behind. Comes back towards him. There's Terence Green. He goes to ground with the footy in hand. And the umpire's going to ping him for holding the ball. Free kick for Mikey Dillmouth in the back pocket for Mount Allan.
He's done well.
Certainly has. 3.5 minutes to go. It's 20 plus heroes for Mount Allan today.
Norm Hagan. Hagan plays on. He's got a teammate loose if he wants him, Enrico Martin. Martin, he takes a mark, gets on his skates. He goes over the top, and he's got Wendell the Wizard Patterson. Patterson, where's he going to go? Oh, nice ball straight down, long into his forward line. At the back, Sean Bloomfield just taps it to himself, appeals for a free kick. The umpire says, that's enough acting for me, Sean. I'm going to give you a free kick. Bloomfield, last line of defence, he can hold his head high. He's been done good for the back six. He goes looking for Travis Patrick. Patrick, what's he going to do now? He just pedals it to himself, picks it up, handballs it to himself. Oh, that was very creative. Over to Preston Bloomfield. It's been stolen out of there by Cassian Jones. Cassian Jones just tapped it to his own advantage. He's still got it, snaps it around the corner. Jonas Turner drops what he should have taken, got plenty of time though. Steps around his opponent this way, that way.
Eventually managed to get a handball away. Quick snap in towards goal by Jared Briscoe. Clears a marking contest and rolls through.
Wow, that's his first.
I'll tell you what, that epitomises the day though. Mount Allan, the luxury of even a couple of fumbles just out from goal. See here on the First Nations Foundation live action replay, Jones getting the ball in. And then Jonas Turner, time to drop it, pick it up, think about a couple of different things. Handball under pressure, they still got the goal. And Jared Briscoe gets his name on the goal kicking list. I reckon what they've done today too is basically they've gone with their strongest team for most of the first half.
Yep.
And then they've filtered some of these blokes out in the second half, and they're all getting amongst it now. I mentioned Sebastian Dixon before. I reckon Jared Briscoe probably in that category as well.
Oh, for sure.
34 scoring shots to 10.
It's just been a complete team effort
Free
today.
kick in the middle of the ground too. The umpire just hands the ball over to Wendell Patterson.
And
and
see the
pass
body
forward to
language
Robbie
of this.
Daniels.
He played plenty. He's played in 4 premierships, 3 premierships for Rovers. He doesn't want to be here.
Walking off.
Yep. Ross. Well done there by Troyden Fishhook. He's not given up. He's going over looking for Darius Webb. He drops it, trips his opponent, and it's going to give away a free kick. Mount Allen are just going through the motions. We've just ticked under a minute to go in this. Mikey Tillmouth, he goes with a spiral, goes off the side of the boot. Who's leading in the chase here? All Plenty Highway. And I think...
Is it like a kick at end-to-end at the moment?
Just going through the motions. Terence Green it is. He just kicks it around the corner to Madrill, I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah, Lukey Madrill, he goes over the top. Good work. Plenty Highway still going to try to get their last goal, and it's gone straight across. It's gone out of bounds on the full, and that just typifies Plenty Highway's effort today, Stan.
Right in front of the Mount Allen supporter on the fence there, and he's pretty happy with himself. He'll be watching his team in a grand final next week. Eagles versus Hawks, it'll be short kick in, mark take by Enos McCormick. You can hear the countdown in the background. The young Mount Allen supporters now celebrating. Their team moves into the 2021 Division 2 Grand Final next week. Mount Allen 17-17, 119, defeated Plenty Highway 7-3-45. Unbelievable, that margin, 74 points in the end. And gee, they'll be going into next week on a real high, Mount Allen.
Oh, for sure. You're gone from underdogs to the favourites for the grand final now, Stan, I reckon.
Well, no doubt about it. Look, they probably had a look at this preliminary final and thought, gee, we've got a tough one here. We're up against Plenty Highway, but gee, if you can win it like that, you've got to go into next week full of confidence.
Oh, for sure, Stan. Oh, got some goal kickers. We got, for Plenty Highway, we had Marcus McDonald with 2. Stuart Sharper with 2, and singles to both, or to all Richard Dixon, Elias Brown and Darius Webb. And for the winners, we had Stafford with 6, 3 to Marcus Briscoe, 2 to Josiah Cook, and singles to Kieran Campbell, Cassius Jones, Jared Briscoe, Kurt Abbott and Robbie Daniels kicked one in that last quarter, Stan, and good even spread of goal kickers.
Certainly was, and like we mentioned, just kept talking about players that have had a good game, and they can all come out of this one confident. There would be 15 to 20 blokes and probably thinking, gee, I've probably had my best game of the year. We're going to take a short break now on ICTV. There's plenty more football action coming your way this afternoon. Got a couple of Div 1 preliminary finals to go. Stay with us. Plenty more action coming your way.
telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
That's my water!
The videos on ICTV come from hundreds of different contributors, all sharing their video stories. ICTV is based in Alice Springs.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
That's my water!
And welcome back to ICTV. Cross down now to the ground. We've got one of the stars of the game out there, one of the stars from Mount Allan, Daniel Stafford with us. Daniel, you got Stan and Joe up in the commentary box. There you go, mate.
Yeah, I'm going pretty good, Stan.
Mate, look, you've played footy, a lot of footy here in Central Australia. You've been up to Darwin as well. But that's got to be special for you, your home community into a grand final and in emphatic fashion. You were magnificent today.
Yeah, I did play a lot of footy in my career in TIO, but yeah, this is really special because, you know, I lost a cousin and he was really passionate about this footy club. We lost him late year as a teammate, and yeah, this means everything. It means it's special to us.
You would have looked at, you probably would have looked at this game last week and thought, oh, gee, plenty highway. We know they're a powerhouse, a former Div 1 club, and you're probably thinking you got the harder of the draw. If you're going to win a premiership, you had to beat them anyway.
Yeah,
out the road now.
That's it, Stan. You know, I always tell these boys, you know, how they play is not because we know we're a Div 1 side, but it's just we need to play every week consistently, you know, play hard footy. Because I know these bunch of boys, they play hard footy.
Yeah, I read this Clark here. Hey, well done, Stafford, into another grand final.
Still trying to soak it in yet, Joey.
Yeah, no,
Still trying to soak it in, bro.
Yeah, no, you're right, champ. But, you know, I think your effort today, I think we spoke during the call, mate. You go out there, again, you play at all different levels. But for some of your young fellas and some of your families to play alongside of you, just grows them an extra leg, mate. I think congratulations to you and bringing that back to your club, mate.
Yep, thank you, Joey. Thanks a lot. Yeah, these young boys and I try to give them everything, try to teach them, try to get them into the right track, you know, so they can one day grow up and hopefully go play somewhere else.
Oh, for sure, mate.
Instead, yeah.
I reckon there's 100 Staffords in the bush, and they're just as good as you, mate. But full credit to you today, champ. You played like a real leader. You kicked 6 goals. You're into a grand final next week. Have a good week off the track, Staff.
Yep, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Stan, Joey. Appreciate it.
All the best, Ardo.
No worries. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Well done, Daniel Stafford. 6 goals today. And he gets Mount Allan into next week's Div 2 grand final.
Yeah, how good's that, Dave? Means a lot to him to play for his family, and he's just made the point that they're there for each other.
We thank him for talking to us after the game. We thank Jono for getting him as well. Short break and then Division 1 action coming your way soon. If you're watching on the live stream, click off now. You have to click on the next icon to get the next game. Stay with us on ICTV.